All right, welcome to the video for Chapter 1, Section 6. We're describing pairs of angles. You need to turn to page 48 in your textbook and copy down the core concept. I'm going to do some problems on page 49, and you will as well. So we are talking about pairs of angles. We got complementary, which we've dealt with before. They add up to 90 degrees. We have supplementary, and they add up to 180. Then we have adjacent. And we will get to vertical angles, which is actually one of the most handy definitions to know all year. All right, I'm going to do monitoring progress numbers 1 and 3 on page 49. You got to look in the middle of the page to find them. And then you're going to do numbers 2, 4, and 5 on page 49. Number 5, by the way, something from the previous section. All right, so see how much you retained. Okay, so for numbers 1 and 2, honestly, we need to draw the figure so that we have a good idea of what's going on here. Yes, you might be okay visually. No, practice can't hurt you in this case. Almost wrote down the wrong thing. Not a surprise. We all make mistakes. Okay, so we need to go ahead and name a pair of complementary angles. All right, so we need two angles that add up to 90 degrees. So do 41 and 131. Does 131 and anything? Nope. But what about 41 and 49? They definitely do. So what are those angles? This first angle here, we have to definitely give with 3 letters, because if I just say angle G, you don't know if I'm talking about FGK, KGH, FGH, or, well, that's actually it. So angles FGK, and now in this case, it's probably okay to just say angle K, but since we're doing 3 letters, we might as well continue. We can say GKL or LKG. So these two are complementary. What's next? A pair of supplementary angles. So I need 2 angles that add up to 180. Now keep in mind, they don't have to be adjacent. Notice that these 2 angles don't, their vertices don't touch, but they are complementary even though they're floating around in space, not adjacent to each other. All right, so what is 41 plus 131? Well, look at those last digits. 1 and 1 add up to 2. That definitely doesn't add up to 180. But what about a 1 and a 9? Well, that adds up to 10. So 131 plus 49, well, 131 plus 50 is 181. So 131 plus 49 is definitely 180. These 2 angles are supplementary. So angle HGK and angle LKG are both supplementary. And then finally, what are a pair of adjacent angles? That means their 2 vertices touch. A pair of adjacent angles, well, these 2 angles are definitely not next to each other. In fact, this angle is not next to any other angle we identified, but these 2 have a shared side. So FGK and KGH. All right, FGK, KGH, both of them are adjacent. Okay, now take a moment, read over number 2, and go ahead and you're going to have to answer it now. I'll be back with number 3. All right, back with number 3, we don't have a figure. We're just looking at the directions on page 49. It says that angle 1 is a complement of angle 2. So if it's a complement of angle 2, the 2 add up together. If the measure of angle 2 is 5 degrees, well, then the measure of angle 1 has to be the rest. What is 90 minus 5? it's 85. You're going to do something similar real quick for number 4, but they are supplemental. And then finally, you're going to go ahead and answer number 5, which has to do with the vocab from this section and the information from the previous section.